protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. They go right back to it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because the first down you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up the throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
They'll go to the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, the DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurl over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through one quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just now on the same page with this target.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Tigers! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And the extra point is good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Got some room to run. Touchdown, LSU! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Makes the grab.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. He lets one fly deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got the first down and more. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Makes the grab. It's Smith. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Smith.
Routes like that are great times to my quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands. Let him do the rest.
The give out of the gun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy that's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it.
Turning it on! Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And the Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Quickly out to the tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. That's caught. It's Jackson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
And that's a really good example of the quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up 1st and goal.
They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
That's a great job of just trusting your offensive line to get it done, scoring the touchdown, and extra points going to tie this thing up right before halftime. And after that run, I think they're going to feel more confident running it in the second half.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Going right to work up top. Oh, they're after him. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From his end zone, he'll go up top. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The defense putting points on the board.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he puts through the extra point. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. LSU ready to put it away and open this second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Graham. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Throws to the tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. To the air, it's Sayin. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Throwing on the run. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it was an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Leaves it with the running back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
I love when you break out the hit stick. When you come and that guy gets struck and he goes backwards, that's how you bring it.
To the air on 2nd down. Into a tight window. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play out. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Hurt Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense in Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that, too.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Good enough for a first down.
We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. to throw. It's Nussmeier. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
That guy might not be the tallest wide receiver in the world, but he sure is quick coming out of his break, and he shows you on that slant throw.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown LSU! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that drive covered just 44 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Graham. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Looking for a man. It's Sayin. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's the problem when you're living in second and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Sharp. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job.
And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's taking the deep shot. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with...
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. All down at the 31-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work.
This is frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the...
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Release to the back. And here's the 5th interception by this quarter.